Today, I will be building a Lego Sega Genesis controller. I will be going over the length of the build, the details, and what to look out for if you want to build this yourself. So one of the interesting things about this build is that although it is based off the Sega Genesis controller, on the other side of the build is a picture of a level of Sonic the Hedgehog at Green Hills. So the Sega Genesis released in 1989, and Sonic the Hedgehog was one of the earliest released games on the Sega Genesis, releasing in 1991. Now, the reason why this build is so iconic is because this is the first release of Sonic in media ever. So all of the movies, any of the TV shows, any of the collaborations with Mario started with this particular setup with the Sega Genesis, which is pretty cool. And Green Hills is the first level you will come across if you were to actually play the first Sonic game on the Sega Genesis. So overall, this build took me about 3 hours to make. Now you also have to include that I was setting up the camera, setting up angles, and making sure everything was good so that you guys can see what I'm actually doing. So if you're just building the Lego itself, I'd say take about an hour and a half maybe. So overall, this is a pretty quick build for someone who is just looking to get into building things. As for the build itself, the build obviously includes a lot of the smaller pieces, and it can be tough, especially if you connect two small pieces together that aren't supposed to go together. It can be very tough to try to pry them apart. So what I used is a knife, and you just split it in between the two pieces and break them off without damaging any of the Lego pieces. Also, some of the connector pieces are tough to connect, and as you will see with another build that we eventually be uploading, is that this is what takes up most of the time when building these smaller piece heavy Legos. The pieces are so small and fine that if you don't get them in a certain angle the right way immediately, it can be tough to line it up and to get them connected properly. Another point to mention is that there is a little red piece at the bottom that is supposed to hold the actual controller in place. Now, I do not know if that is supposed to connect like a normal Lego does, or if it's supposed to hold it up like a little stand. But the way I personally have it set up is that I have it as a stand because it did not connect to the bottom of the Lego like it normally is supposed to do. Overall, this build was pretty fun to do. It didn't take too long. It was pretty simple and straightforward. The directions were clear and easy. I would say this is good for somebody who's looking to transition from simpler Lego builds into something that could be more advanced or something that just takes more pieces to do. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys liked the video. If you didn't, why are you still watching? Click off the video. Anyways, I will be uploading a video that is a lot more intensive, a lot more interesting. I'll have a lot more to say. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys later.